Hello everyone, my name is Ruben Ramirez and I decided to do Parasite for my mind map project. I wanted to start off with competition. Competition was a big part of this movie and it was essential for the Kim family to successfully replace all the former employees in the Park household. So they really had to use a competitive mindset for that. They also had to make sure that they were very reliable people and they showed that they had a lot of integrity. It was really important that they had the trust of Young Go, the mother of the Park family, in order for them to be hired. So those were two very important parts to develop that trust. Um, Another big part of this movie was collaboration. I feel like most of the movie was really a collaboration between the Kim family, between the mother, the dad, the son, and the daughter. They all really needed to collaborate with their own skills and efforts to get the jobs and get employed. So it was a big collaboration. Generosity. I saw generosity in Young Go, the mother of the Park family. Although they weren't being honest with her. She was also always generous about their perspective, and she always had like generous interpretations of what their intentions were, even though they weren't really good. And then next was non-judgment. I noticed non-judgment right off the bat between Ki Woo and his friend who worked for the Park family initially. They both needed something from each other, and they achieved that through not judging the circumstances that they were both in. Boundaries. Boundaries was really important between the different families. Although Yeonjo, the mother of the Park family, was really invested in the relationships with her employees, they definitely kept the boundaries between the families and kept that relationship stable with them. Accountability. Accountability was really important for the success of the Park family. They kept each other accountable the entire time. They helped each other. They worked with each other to achieve success. So it was a really big part of their success to get fully employed by the Park family. Egocentric. An egocentric character that popped up in this movie was definitely King Dong, the daughter of the Kim family. Especially the persona that she used, Jessica, as an art therapist. Even when the mom had different desires on how she would teach, she had this very egocentric attitude and was like, no, I have to do my own thing, you do as I say, even though she was working for her. So that was definitely a part where I saw that. And then the self-serving bias, this was really important also for the success of the Kim family. In order to get each other higher, they had to really pretend like they were really good sources, so they can get each other hired. So that was something that the Kim family had to do at some point in the movie. And then I have the attribution theory. The attribution is evident when the Kim family figures what's going on with the former housekeeper Moon Gwang and Gwin Se. They could have easily all worked together and helped each other, but they decided to just call the cops on them and not have any relationship with them. So I saw the attribution theory there. And then lastly, I have the dysfunctions. The dysfunctions were really hard to pick out because I feel like the Kim family was overall really successful. So I kind of had to see these dysfunctions in other dynamics between the characters. The first dysfunction was absence of trust. There was never really trust between the Park and the Kim family. Even though the Kim family pretended to be very trustworthy people, there was not any trust. So that was a dysfunction between having a good relationship between them. Dysfunction number two was the fear of conflict. Like I mentioned before, the Kim family could have worked with Moon Gwang and Kwon Se. They could have both benefited from the Park family, but they were afraid that a conflict would arise if they did. And then lastly, dysfunction number five is the attention to team objectives. I think I saw this with the father Ki Taek when he killed the father of the Park family, which was Dong In. When he killed them, they could have avoided being framed in any bad way had he not done that. So he didn't really they weren't really on the same page when it came to the objectives that the Kim family had. And eventually it did lead to their downfall, where he ended up hiding, and the mom and the son, Ki-woo and Jung-suk, had to ended up getting probation for everything. So yep, that's my mind map. I really enjoyed this movie. If you haven't seen it, I would highly recommend it.